Okay, so this is single phase full converter with RL load. Okay, so what we have done, we have simply added L load in series with the R load. We are using same kit. This is our L load. Okay, we don't have L load on the kit. So what we are going to do, this is inductor which is pasted over here. So this inductor we are using in series with the resistor. Rest whatever connections are there are same, like fully controlled converter with R load. We will see them once. Okay, so from 18 volt positive we are going to anode of thyristor 1. Then from negative voltage we are going to anode of thyristor 3. You can see here it in diagram. Then cathodes of both the thyristors are connected to each other. Then from this cathode we are going to load. Okay, then anode of thyristor 1 is connected to cathode of thyristor 4, and anode of thyristor 3 is connected to cathode of thyristor 2. Okay. Then we are going to short both the terminals T2 and T4, and from there we are going to L load. Okay, L is connected in series with R. So this is now our RL load. Okay, now we have to do the connection for gate pulse. Okay, we have to complete this circuit, and then this gate 1 G1 is connected to gate of first thyristor. K1 is connected to gate of second cathode of first thyristor. G2 is connected to gate of second thyristor, and K2 is connected to cathode of second thyristor. Similarly, we can do connections for T3 and T4. Okay, so this is our connection for RL load without freewheeling diode. Okay, we are not using freewheeling diode. So if I am not using freewheeling diode, what will happen, we are going to get a negative spike. Okay, so to remove that, we are going we have to connect one freewheeling diode across this. Okay, so from ground to load, then this is the multimeter wires that we are connecting, positive negative. It is connected on DC, and the BNC wires are again like last practical, we are connecting them across the loop. Okay, so so this is without freewheeling diode. Now if I have to add freewheeling diode in the circuit, see this diagram, the second diagram. Here what I am going to do, I am going to add freewheeling diode in the circuit. So what is going to happen, when the T1 and T2 are conducting, the load, that is L, is going to store the energy, and when T3 and T4 are connecting, that energy will get dissipated, and I am going to get negative voltage. Okay, power is flowing from load to source. So I have to avoid that. So I am using this freewheeling diode. So with the help of this freewheeling diode, what is happening? This whatever energy stored in the inductor is passing through this diode, and it is that energy is not reflecting across the source. So what we have to do, we have to, for this without freewheeling diode, I have to simply add one diode. Okay, that is from T3, it is coming from the cathode of T3. Okay, and from T2. Okay, so from cathode of T3 I am connecting cathode of diode, and for base, for this anode, I am going to connect to this T2 terminal. Okay, so this particular is our freewheeling diode is connected. Rest connections are same. We have to connect multimeter, we have to connect DSO, all the connections are same. So now we have seen the connections for single phase full converter with RL load and without freewheeling diode. Okay, so these are our whatever that assumptions that we have made, that for 1 degree 9 division and Vm is equal to 25.45. Now I will increase the value to 5. Okay, so for number of division 5, angle is 45. So now my practical value is 11.01 and theoretical value that comes as 11.25. So see, these are matching values. Then I will change the value. Suppose this is 6. So this is 54. 10.26. You can calculate the theoretical value. Then we will go to 90 degree. 7.26, and for say 15 degrees it is 2.46. So as the value of alpha increases, the average voltage decreases. This is our conclusion. Now we have seen the connections for single phase full converter with RL load and with freewheeling diode. So 1 degree is 9 division and Vm is root 2 into Vs, that is 25.45. Now I will increase the firing angle. We will take the value up to 45. So number of division is 5. This is 45. So this value, that is 14.9, and our calculated value comes as 13.9 volts. Okay. Then I will again change the angle. So now it is approximately 7 divisions. So this is 63. So value is 12.8. You can calculate the theoretical value. Here only the change in the formula is this, because it will work simply as a R load with full converter with R load. Because I see this circuit will the waveforms will be same like with R load, because see what freewheeling diode is doing, whatever negative conduction that we are going getting due to energy dissipation, that is being vanished. Okay, so now this is number of divisions 10, angle is 90, so it is 9.48, and we will take one last reading or say 15, that is angle is 135, so voltage is 2.92. So now you can calculate this theoretical value, and as we know, what is our conclusion here, that as the value of alpha increases, the load voltage decreases. Okay.